You might have noticed that there was no video last week. That's because I got a forfeit win. Yes, week 1. But this week I actually have a battle to show off, as we're going against the only weather team in the division. The Houston Honage, coached by Big Howies using rain to drown out their opponents. The team is being led by a double nuke core of Walking Wake and Urshifu. The rain aspect of the team is mainly comprised of 4 Mons: Politoed, Basculegion Male, Archaludon, and Thunderous. Gardevoir serves as a reliable Scarfer, and Zarina takes the role as Rapid Spinner and a defensive pivot. As soon as I looked at this team, a way to win came to mind: Sticky Web. This is great, as finding a game plan and a way to win is crucial to any good draft battle team, and I'll be exploring speed control as the plan for this week. Which of course means we're bringing Great Yarn to this battle. The little friend provides the webs whilst having 3 other move styles to play with, the most important of them being Thief, as if I'm able to steal an item off of Basculegion, it could severely hinder its damage output while doing respectable damage. Speaking of, that Basculegion is the scariest mon on my opponent's team, as I really don't have a good way of switching into it. So, what you do when faced with a fish that's really good in rain? Bring a turtle with an umbrella. Max Defense Teropagos with a Utility Umbrella can allow me to eat a few wave crashes from Adamant Basque. The moveset is just coverage plus protect to stall some rain turns. But back to the mons who will actually be making use of webs. There's mainly 2 that love webs being up. The first of which is Primarina. When I was talking about their team, you might have noticed something that they are lacking, namely a fairy resist. Specs Moonblast goes unresisted into my opponent's entire team, which is made even more appealing with their top 2 mons both being weak to said Moonblast. Really this week is just Moonblast plus friends on Prem, only notably running Aqua Jet in case I need to pick off something that's still faster even with webs up, or webs go down because of Zarina rapid spinning. But my next mon, who appreciates webs, can actually do a little bit of spin blocking. Drifblim can easily clean up my opponent's team in the endgame after just a single Calm Mind. The combination of Terra fighting Terra Blast and Shadow Ball cleave through their team. Now Serena could always Terra Ice and triple Axle my Drifblim coming in, but with these defensive EVs and a Citrus Berry, I always live bar any crits. In that scenario, Drifblim, with now doubled speed, can Terra and Strength Sap, making what would otherwise be a losing matchup into one where I can freely set up. But I do have another mod to make Serena's life difficult, that being Max Defense Rocky Helmet Breloom. If Zarina wants to attack into Breloom, this can take a bunch of chip, which will put it in range of my other mons, meaning the threat of the webs being spun away is negated. Additionally, if they Terra Ice to deal more damage and avoid as much helmet chip, they run the risk of activating Effect Spore. A sleep could be fatal for my opponent. Finally, Scarflandrus is here for some nice speed control, being faster than the opponent's entire team, bar booster speed awake and bask under rain. So that's the team and the plan. Get webs up and start clicking buttons, then clean his Drifblim. Let's see if I can ride the momentum of a week 1 win through forfeit, or if Howie is going to rain on my parade.
On preview, I noticed that there's no Archaludon and breathe a sigh of relief as that opens up Lando to freely click Sludge Wave. I also see the Thunderous, which makes me not want to lead Primarina, so I go with Lando. Against the Urshifu, I want to confirm whether or not it's banded, so I opt to stay in and click Sludge Wave, as Howie ends up switching into their Thundy, taking a bunch of damage in the process. Here, I believe they wouldn't allow me to kill Thundy, so I decide to make a play.
Yeah, I already know. I'm just gonna go hard to Basculegion. And you already got Electric. I have to go Berlin here. Yeah, that's not great.
So, oops. I go back into Lando to claim my kill, having lost Breloom to an unnecessary prediction. Politoed comes in and thus brings rain onto the field. I see this as an opportunity to get Prima in and click the biggest button in the land. Seeing Basculegion come in and almost get KO'd is amazing as it neutralizes Howie's biggest threat, as they can only click Wave Crash once before dying. Here I make the swap into my designated Basque check and Teropagos. Psychic Fangs did 12% and confirms Basque to be banded. To be completely honest, I forgot Basque was a ghost type. So clicking Diagleam or Energy Ball was always the play, especially considering Urshifu came in. Once again, I'm willing to sacrifice my Lando to determine the item on Shifu, and I can now confirm it's banded since Lando died. Of course, it would have been better for me if they used close combat, but it's not the end of the world. I go back into Tortoise to claim my kill. Protecting on the Basque stalls a rain turn, and it's also letting me see what they lock into. They choose Crunch, and I know I live and thus claim the kill on Basque. With the game state as is, Driftblim can clean through the remaining Mons in Howie's team. All I need is Chip on Polytoad and a Calm Mind or two. So I'm very willing to click Energy Ball when said Polytoad comes out. Sending out Tarantula here is frankly a misplay, as webs don't help me much anymore, whereas keeping the sash intact could be beneficial for later. But what's done is done, and after setting webs I can go into Primy to claim a kill. Serena comes in and I feel safe to go Driftblim, as Adamant max attack feels unlikely in this matchup, meaning they can't kill me. But they drop kick, so I can Terra and keep my HP high. After the second Calm Mind, I feel I have the game on lock, as Walking Wake only has one more turn of rain and can never kill me in 2 hits outside it, bar crits of course. That's when they reveal Hurricane, which I did have a reaction to live, but you know, there's a slight chance I had paused the recording. My heart sinks, and the confusion doesn't help. At this point, for me to win would require a miracle. I take a step back and assess my win con. Primarina plus 1 mon I can sack could still win me the game. Therefore, I stay in with Driftblim and attack. Driftblim breaks through the confusion, gets the damage, and then the Walking Wake sets up rain. Suddenly, the game is still winnable as long as Driftblim breaks through 1 more confusion. It does. Driftblim will always win the 1v1 against Serena, so I sack Tarantula, unfortunately. Bring Driftblim back in and win the game. GG Howie. Frankly, I misplayed a lot this game and got bailed. The switch to Breloom on turn 2 was completely unnecessary. I also almost threw the endgame by staying in with Driftblim after having been hit by Hurricane. Since Primy lives 1, sacking Tarantula to get a free Moonblast off with Primy would have won me the game since Driftblim beat Serena. Bit of a sloppy win, but we take those. Next week, I play a Warrior of NU with a team that raises a few eyebrows. See you then.